Oh shit. I forgot to. Yeah. Oh shit. All right, guys, give me just one quick moment here. Okay. Does it say I'm live? Okay, yeah, we are live. So hold on one second. Like I said, just give me a few moments here. Um, we are going live, so I'm just waiting on. I do apologize. I just gotta wait for people to start rolling on in. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I do apologize, guys. I mean, I guess sometimes these things happen, and it sucks. But we're gonna. Okay, so I restarted the match between Lesnar and Taker. Hopefully, that solves our streaming issue. Okay, so we got. Okay, we should be good. Um, so for those of you that don't know, when I had said, wow, I totally lost my train of thought of what the stream was now. But the first two questions. The first question was about the stupid stuff that happened earlier this week. Not interested in talking about that tonight. The second was about what makes a successful league owner. Uh, and like I said, successful leagues, it's all about everybody working together. That's the most important thing, is working together as a team. There's no I in team, unless your name is I team, but there is no I in team. So as I was saying, we're just get right back into the questions, just because I want to keep this rolling. And I do apologize for the trouble we were having with Twitch. I don't know why Twitch was being. I don't know why they're doing updates tonight, because they're shit. That's why Twitch fucks with me. All right. So next question is, you were relatively quiet about Nick's channel being taken down, except for in the Skype chat. Why is that? Well, there's two parts to that, I guess. The first part is, really, it wasn't really anybody's business. It's Nick's channel, and he voiced his opinion on it. He's okay with what happened. If it gets restored, it gets restored. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Um, the only thing I said in the Skype chat about it was, I contacted my partner manager, seeing if there was additional options, that Nick could, forego, because I'm in full screen as well. So, um, I don't know. I was just trying to help him out. Unfortunately, his channel did get terminated, and I can't fix that. That's something not even I can fix. No matter if I wanted to or not, I wouldn't be able to fix it. So that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. And yeah, holler at the koala. Yes, at least it is working, and that's the important thing. The stream is working now, and so as long as I know you guys are on a definite delay, with what you guys are seeing, and I do apologize for that. A lot of questions you guys are just now hearing, are from like 3 minutes ago, because there's like a 180-second delay from going from the ingestion to YouTube and all that stuff. So this one comes an interesting way. I have swagger. Do you have swagger? Also, I look forward to the podcast tonight. Well, I think I got swagger, sort of. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's got a form of swagger. And I do apologize if the stream is lagging a little bit, guys. My capture card's been acting a little weird lately, and I think I actually have to disconnect my HDMI cables. I probably need to switch into a different PCI Express slot. But I think that I got swagger. Die Hard comes out in his black, white, and red suit. That $6,000 suit that he comes out in, and he doesn't have to wrestle. He has other people do it for him. What's better than that? If that's not swagger, then I don't know what is. He's the boss. He's the boss man. That's what he is. All right. Ooh, this is a good one. I like this one. Ooh, we got some DP dub up on here. DP dub, DP dub, DP dub. No, yeah. Okay. All right. So, next question. I heard you are moving to PS3. Is there truth to that? And if so, what would happen to TPP? Okay. I'm going to answer this one. I got this question like 5 hours ago, so I've been practicing my answer for this one. So the last time I bought a PS3, everybody thought I was going to like shut down the power plant on the 360. We didn't. We just cross-branded. We did it on both consoles. It wasn't so successful on the PS3. A lot of the guys that came in, I don't know. We just had a lot more drive on the Xbox side. The Xbox side, still to this day is still running. The PS3 side just died off. However, if I was to have a PS3, I would make a video about it. So unless you hear it from me, whether I'm turning it on and be like, oh, do you hear that sound? Or, something like that. Unless you heard or seen a video recently of me saying that I had a PS3, it's not happening anytime soon. I mean, yeah, sure, it may happen, but not anytime soon. So just to squash that, I'm not moving to PS3. I have friends on the PS3. I have more friends on the Xbox. And, I have no problem with some of the PS3 guys, but there are some that I'm not a big fan of and I don't like. And I think we all know who those people are. So yeah. But if I was to have both consoles again, what would happen to TPP? It would continue as it normally does. There would be no hiccup on it. And so then we're going to go into my next question. So if you haven't seen it yet, my son was he made a cameo appearance last night. Now, I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I really don't. And I kind of want you guys to see it. So, let's see. Okay, I won't. Yeah, we'll play it real quick. Hold on one second. I'm going to pause the last man standing match. It'll give me time to refresh that real quick. Let's see. Did I already? Oh, I deleted it already? Aw. Okay. So, scratch that plan. I'm not going to play it for you. It's on my YouTube channel. So you can, and I put it up on Twitter numerous times. Do you see how my capture card's going crazy like that? What is up with that? Hold on a second. That's not good. Do you see all them green lines? I see all them green lines. What is going on with my cap? Wow. A $200 capture card now going crazy on me. That's not cool at all. All right. Hold on one second. I might have to, I'm not going to stop the stream or anything. If I have to, I'll just kill the video feed and we'll have just my voice, but give me 1 second. My Turtle Beach is kind of got tangled in my computer chair, like in the thing. This is what happens when they give you like a 10-foot cord with the damn thing. All right, hold on a second. Let's see. Okay, there is one HDMI cable. There is the other one. And let's see. Okay, hold on. I'm going to remove it and I'm going to re-add it. Hopefully. That's not good. Why, oh why is... Okay, so we're just video on this podcast. Tonight is a rough podcast night. I ain't gonna lie. So we're gonna switch it back. Well, I'll just do it here. I'll leave it like this. I do apologize, guys. Tonight has just been a rough night for streaming, I guess. I don't know. My capture card's, pulling. I guess it's on its monthly period or something. I don't know. It's at its point where it just doesn't want to cooperate. But anyway, so the question was, how much did your kid to say those things in the video yesterday? I didn't pay Junior to say anything. Here's what happened. I was sitting here at my desk. Melinda was making dinner, and I saw Junior playing his Xbox, and then I saw my camera sitting on our TV stand. I just kind of picked it up, and I just turned it on real quick, and something was like, record him saying something, so I turned, and I was like, what's my name, and he's like, Tony, easy, and so then I just kept kind of asking questions. I didn't know he was going to respond the way he responded. I loved his response, though, that he gave to Monroe. It was awesome. And I hope that anybody that watches it doesn't take it personal. I mean, he's He's 7 years old. You know, I mean, he doesn't really know who's better than this. Yeah, if you squint really hard, you can see a dolphin. Yeah, that quality of the lines. That's what that was. Quality of lines. But, but yeah. So even for Cameron Bash and Birdie, um, if you take what my kid said offensively, then I don't know. You got some issues, um, but yeah, he's a 7-year-old kid. You shouldn't take something like that, you know, to heart too much. 'Cause like I said, he's a little kid. He's a little kid fun. We all got out of it, so yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you, like I said, if you took offense to it, I apologize, but you took offense to a 7-year-old kid. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to like put something in. I gotta put something in there because you guys are gonna be like, "There's this big empty blue box." You know, and I just changed the color of that box today. Like I just made it blue, and I put the new Die Hard image on there. I was gonna use the old one from 13 because as much as I want to say I keep updating stuff, I haven't been. I've been lazy. I've been super duper lazy. So let's see. Actually, I got an idea. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. We can imagine that we're playing it with my cutout thing of the Rock. Like I cut him out of the screen. You know that looks awesome like that. Look at that. It looks cool, right? Oh, this is why I hate this. Sometimes I hate this box. Come on. Or sometimes I guess I should say I hate it. XSplit. Wow. Okay. No. 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 Okay, we'll go like that. That's what we'll do. We'll just go like that. We'll imagine we're watching the game. How about that? All right. So I need to get more pictures. Like I seriously gotta get some more still images. But so anyway, so we're going to the next. But yeah, I didn't pay shooting, although it was a tooth. Oh, the tooth fairy's got him a visit. So, yeah, that stuff. Next question. We are watching you. ... About 5 hours ago. Well, I'm glad you're watching. I hope you're enjoying the stream thus far. Um, I try my best to, get the viewers' attention. I know Monroe got that like same message on his Ask FM. I don't know. Somebody's trolling. Come on now. Let's watch that stuff. There's no point in doing that stuff anymore. Next question. What do you look like in real life? What does Die Hard look like in real life? Okay. I just took some new pictures too, so let's see here. Let me put one up. I'm going to put one right up into the little TV screen. Okay, let me find the good one. I got to find a good one though, because you can't just, I'm going to show you like my cracked out looking meth head one. That one looks cool. That's like my cropped one and everything. Yeah, look at that. Die Hard Mania. Coming to get ya. Dun, dun, dun. As you see, I'm wearing my brown hoodie. I'm wearing a shirt and then a long sleeve, and then I had another T-shirt on, and then I had a tank top under that. It was very cold yesterday, very windy in Michigan. So, brr. And winter's coming, so I got to dress warm. As you see here in this picture, we can kind of go over this a little bit. I got that kind of thinning eyebrow on the left. And then you can barely see it, but if you look close enough, right on the corner of my eyebrow there, you can see where my scar is, which ironically is on the Die Hard character as well. No shave November. Except I did cheat a little bit and shaved a little bit. But okay, so anyways, back to the Rock cutout. And then I know that you guys, yeah, I know, right, that goatee. But I know when you guys post comments, like it's gonna take a little bit to show. Like it's on a little bit of a delay, so I'm kind of popping back and forth between the two. And I do apologize that if stream use real pull-ins. Okay, we're all gonna find out what JC pull-ins looks like. It's downloading it right now. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so. Okay, we're going to find out J.C. Pullins. Those of you that don't know who J.C. Pullins is, you don't know what you're missing. Yeah, look at that. The real JC Pullins coming to get you. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that sexy beast right there. That pimp daddy. That smooth talker. Wearing that fur pimp coat. Look at that. Look at them aviators. If only Die Hard was 20 years younger, I tell you. All right, so damn Skippy. Yeah, exactly. Michigan weather. Oh, there was another comment posted as I clicked away. Chillin'. Oh, hey, those of you that don't know, he's gonna hear this on delay, but Lil Saint, that guy, Jamal Johnson, he used to be in TPP, and then he hurt his leg and he had to go home. That was his storyline outing. But yeah, Jamal Johnson, Lil Saint, I've known him for a while too. So, anyways, we're gonna go back into the questions here. You said in a message on Twitter for everyone to sit tight that was interested in joining TPP. Any update on that tweet? Well, I'll say it like this. There will be a video going up tomorrow regarding that onto the Frontlines or on the Frontlines YouTube channel, and I think it's good news, and I think you guys are gonna like it. It's not gonna be like a super long video, but it's gonna be kind of lengthy, so you might wanna like grab some popcorn or grab a 40 or whatever you got to do to get comfy, because you're going to want to hear everything I say in it, because it's very important that you listen directly to what's said in that video. It's very important for everybody that was interested beyond the tryout process. I didn't realize how much interest how much interest was generated in TPP until it was much too late. A lot of people after the tryouts were interested, and I was like, oh well, we just did tryouts. And so I was discussing it with some of the TPP guys and some friends, and so tomorrow, the video you guys will see going up tomorrow will be, I think it'll be a good one. And I got like all kinds of messages up on Skype too. It was kind of calm me. A little busy. Oh, Alex J. Eric, want to show a picture? Okay. Okay, guys, I gotta show you this one. Alex J. Eric in real life. Hold on, I got screen region this one just because. Are you guys ready for this? Because this is amazing. This is amazing. The best picture in the world. Everybody look at it and love it. Gotta size it so you guys get that HD resolution here. Look at that. Alex J. Eric, look at that. And for those of you that don't know, he's got a great comedy channel. I believe it's Legs Like Lemons. I believe it's plural, but it might be singular. I think it's Legs Like Lemons. So legs as in plural, and then the word like, and then lemons like plural. And you should go watch it because it's highly entertaining. So Alex J. Eric, ladies and gentlemen, in the flesh. Look at that face. A face only only a mother could love. All right. Here we go. Let's see. All right. So we're gonna go to the next question. I hear my phone like going crazy, and I'm just getting I'm getting questions. I'm receiving answers. I'm getting all kinds of stuff, guys. I'm not sure what's going on. Hold on. I don't know. It's like my phone's doing everything on delay. Okay. So hold on. And then Saint's bugging me up on the Skype. He's all like, "What system you getting, son?" All right, let's see. Okay. Anyways, back to the podcast. And don't worry, I see everybody's questions coming in. If you want to ask more questions, use AskFM/the1DH. And so this next question says, can you tell us anything coming up for TPP in January? Without giving away too much, I will say it like this. January is going to reshape everything you've ever thought of for the power plant. I mean, we've always tried to do and put our best foot forward. But for some of my closer friends, they know kind of what's going on. And so I'll say it, like I said, I'll say it like this. It's going to reshape TPP, and a lot of this is going to be touched on tomorrow in tomorrow's video that I'm doing. So I'm trying not to ruin that for you guys. But so in January, just be ready to have your minds completely blown. Like you're just going to be like, what? You aren't going to believe what you're hearing. I'm just going to say it like that. You won't believe what you're hearing and seeing because it's going to seem completely unreal to you. And I think I can safely say that based on what I started writing last night and with the person I was writing it with and the ideas that we've kind of have started to kind of brew up in our minds. So when we return on January 2nd, you guys just be ready to just be blown away. We may. Okay, I don't want to say that because that'll give away too much. So, yeah, just be ready. Get pumped up. We're going to try to put something out for you guys that's a little lengthier than just a couple of minutes, between now and then. This way you guys, don't have to be bored of just watching little 2-4 minute videos. So yeah, come January, everything is pretty much being reshaped. And we think you guys are going to like it. I really think you guys are going to like it. We're putting a lot of time into stuff, and it leads right into my next questions, which is, so we all know you've been getting real close with a lot of old friends. We all know at least one of them is coming back. Give us one name to satisfy our interest, please. One name to satisfy your interest. Who do I say? Who do I like? This is hard. Like, because there's so many people I would love to say. Like, I would love to. One. Okay. All right. I got my person. I'll say it like this. He was in TPP 3 years ago. We were kind of like his birthing womb, I guess. And then he went through a transformation and became a super duper 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 heel. And he goes by the name of Scott Barnett. As some of you may know him, Blaze, or John Russell's. He did agree to come back to the power plant. So I will give you your one name, Scott Barnett. I won't give you any of the other ones, but Scott Barnett, he's one that really piqued interest. And me and Blaze have been talking a little bit, and it's something that should happen. And but yeah, so definitely Scott Barnett. There's your one. I hope that piques and satisfies your interest for the time being. Like I said, just keep it locked on the channel because you're gonna see all kinds of little tidbits and stuff that we're putting out for you guys. So yeah, Scott Barnett. That's the one guy I'm gonna point out. All right. Before I take the next question, let me just check my Skype real quick. Are you doing the show on both? I don't know if you're on the stream right now or not, Saint, but I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But okay. So next question. This is a good one because this has been something that I've seen happening very frequently on WWE game forums, and a lot of people wonder this. But the question is, what are your thoughts on the CAW community, online and offline as a whole, and the way the two coexist? Now, I'm going to assume that this is meant to be for shows, like CAW shows, because, let's face it, every time somebody states an opinion on the CAW community, it's usually the same opinion from many, just different names are switched out. So, my thoughts on the CAW community, online and offline for shows, I would say that they can coexist really good. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank here, but it's called Redline. I believe it's Radical Pro Wrestling, RPW, and then there's the URWL. I think it's, God, I can't think of what it's called now. But yeah, Redline, Radical Pro Wrestling. He recently stepped up, got an HD capture card, and even when he was doing just SD stuff, like standard definition recording stuff, he was still doing really good. I mean, and that's offline, it's not online. So I think that offline shows can do just as good as online. The difference is the element of surprise, I guess, or it's easier to botch when you're online. It's definitely easier because then you get lag, you get weird, crazy stuff happening. You get the online glitches. When you do it offline, you can kind of go back and redo double takes, and you can get the same, almost the exact same positioning. And you can do it online, or you can get within proximity of, like the positioning. Like, let's say somebody botched an outside dive, big suicide dive or something. When you do it offline, you can do a camera cut, and then you can just re-record that specific scene, and then you could have that camera panned to make it look like he didn't miss it, and then you could cut it over to where he's landing it. When you do it online, unfortunately, you don't have the elements of all those camera angles, and you can't go into highlight reel on the fly like that. So you have to go in and do post editing, or else re-record that specific part, or possibly the whole match. So I think that how do they coexist, or how do the two coexist? I think that they coexist fairly well. I think that some of the offline shows should get a little bit more of a plug. I mean, they do just as much work as the online guys. The only difference is they got a more lenient schedule. They get and they have full control over everything. They don't really have to take other people's considerations or opinions into consideration. They get to just be like, oh well, I want Joe Blow to be the world champ, and so I'll just do this consecutive build. But when you do it online, you gotta take people's feelings into consideration, the way that their character's portrayed, things like that. So they're different, but at the same time they're the same. And I think that it's good both having online and offline shows. I've seen people that only like the offline shows. And then, of course, thoughts on the CAW community as a whole. We need to the community needs to shape up. That goes without saying. The community definitely, both PS3, Xbox, everybody needs to just shape up. I mean, I'm too old now to really, deal. People are too old to be dealing with it in general. But yeah, people just need to shape up and, be friends with one another. I mean, it's not that hard to even put on a fake smile for somebody. Just be nice. Everything doesn't have to be a war of words. And then also, if you have other questions you would like to ask, you can always go to my Ask FM. That's the 1DH. And then let's see. Let's see. Hold on one second. And Alex J. Eric is going to pop out for the night. It's kind of late over in the UK right now. So thank you for joining us, Mr. Alex J. Eric. All right. Next question. Are you doing okay after all the drama? No need to go into detail or anything. Just want to make sure you're okay. Honestly, I felt a lot better after I posted that twit longer. I thought about it that same night, and I didn't do it, because honestly, the situation only became guided towards me when Melinda got brought up, and that's one thing I just and I've said this before, but people can take as many shots as they want at me, but don't involve my wife. She didn't do anything to you. If you have a problem with me, have a problem with me, but she didn't do any. She's one of the nicest people in the world. She's a sweetheart, and I'm sure Monroe would do the same thing. If somebody said something about his lady, or Ricky, and same thing with Junior. If somebody said something about Junior and Melinda, that you should know as a human being that's the instant red button. That is, I don't want to say it's rage mode, but that's instant anger mode. That's when hell has no fury, like a father or a husband. Because everybody says hell has no fury like a woman scorned, but you get a dude pissed off, he's gonna start throwing elbows. He's gonna start bricking people's faces. So, just don't involve people that have nothing to do with it. That's all there really is to it. And I felt really good doing that twit longer. It let me kind of alleviate all that stress, and then doing the video with Junior, that was just the icing on the cake. That just made everything so much better. And I don't know, I was very giddy and energetic today. It felt weird because I haven't felt that energetic in a while, but it felt good. And then so we've got two questions pertaining to that. Yeah, see, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning over in the UK. That is crazy. Bacon is very good, too. I love bacon. Let's see. Oh well, I know who sent in the car community question. That was a good question you sent in, by the way. I don't unfortunately, um, when we do the Ask FM stuff, we don't always get the best questions. You know, you get a lot of troll questions in there, but sometimes there's a diamond in the rough. You get those really good questions. Um, does TPP have divas? Yes, yes we do. We just recently started up a divas division, and I'll tie this into the second question because they asked the same question, but they asked an additional part to it. If so, who and why are they there? Divas division. Yes, for Divas division, and they're also there for diversity, and of course, you know, when you have a female on your show, it tends to garner more interest from people. It makes people, you know, be like, oh hey, who's that? You know, something like that. So it's a little bit of everything. We kind of flirted with the idea of doing the Divas division before, but we didn't really have any actual female doppelgangers. So I was like, you know what? We're going to get them. I had access to talk to some, so we did. We got divas in, and now we have legitimate females playing as divas. I mean, of course, there's going to be some people that are dudes, you know, that are going to play as a couple of divas, but that's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with playing out that kind of role, I guess, as long as I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so the Divas division, there is a Divas division. They're gonna have matches, not just they're not just eye candy on the show. They are actually going to compete. Um, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna do possibly a title thing with the Divas. You'll just have to wait and see on that part. But yes, we do have Divas, and they do wrestle. They are an intricate part of the show now. So bacon at 2 a.m. Bacon at 2 a.m. with tea? That doesn't even sound good. I'm sorry, that doesn't even sound good to me. I don't really like tea, so maybe that's why. But all right. So this is a good question, or I don't know. We're gonna find out. Have you ever walked up to a panda, called it fucker, then whacked it across the jaw with a Happy Meal, then walked away with swagger? If you haven't, do you want to? Mm, I'm gonna say yes and no. Like, are we talking like a metaphorical panda, or are we talking like a legit panda? Like, we're talking like a panda bear that chews on straw and grass and is cuddly and black and white. Then probably not, you know, because it'd probably kill me. But if it's the metaphorical panda, I mean, I don't even really have to do that. I don't even really got whacked across the face with a jaw or in the jaw with a Happy Meal. He kind of did that one to himself. So I don't know. I don't know. More metaphorically, sure. Uh, if it was a real life panda, probably not. If I was to get within that kind of proximity of a panda, I would probably assume that there might be something wrong with me. You know, getting that close. Um, and then, so I guess we're gonna go into the next question, which you guys are more than welcome to send me some more questions too. I'm low on questions already. I'm kind of just burning through them, and Vice keeps calling me. But who do you think has the best voice in Ka right now? The best voice in Ka. Honestly, I'm gonna say, um, I'm gonna do it in three different segments. I feel that the person with the best, most emotional delivery right now in Ka, as much as it sounds like I'm tooting one of the TPP guys' horns, it's James Mackay. He has the best delivery. Hands down, no doubt about it. If you guys don't believe me, I will play you his promo without anything behind it. Like his voiceover from, I think it was 27? Let's see. We'll find out here. It was, hold on one second, let me see. I just gotta see how long it was. This way I know which one it is. Okay. So it's from episode 27. All right, so I'm going to play this so you guys can hear it. As soon as, let's see, make sure I don't got that muted. All right, let's see. Here we go.
All right, cut my music. Cut it off. First of all, congratulations on the able to step between the ropes, and you'll be at the top of the industry before you know it. assigned I want match size and a match at end.
When I said cut it off, I didn't mean the whole stream. Wait, could you guys not hear that? Because that makes me sad if you guys couldn't hear it. I don't know. I'm hearing like some little weird buzzing noise right now in my speakers, and I don't know. It's probably from me moving my. Oh, I think I fixed it. Yes, I did. So, oh, no sound now. All right, hold on a second. You guys couldn't hear it, I'm assuming. All right, well, we'll replay it real quick.
Alright, cut my music, cut it off. First of all, Anderson, congratulations. That was a hard fought battle, and you deserve to be able to celebrate it. You keep on getting better between the ropes, and you'll be at the top of the industry before you know it. Now on to the real reason I'm out here, and I know heading out to the ring without notice is generally considered a bad move, but the fact is I am sick to the back teeth of Side and the rest of TCO running sure they own the damn place. And yes, I am more than well aware that Die Hard does own the place. He is the CEO of the power plant, but I cannot for the life of me work out what his problem is. If I sucked as much as he would have you believe, why was I signed to a TPP contract in the first place? If I suck, Die Hard, then why have I yet to lose a single match here in the power plant?
Now, see, the delivery, and like I was saying, the delivery that on that segment alone, that almost made 27, like, that made episode 27 amazing. And if you want to go back and watch episode 27, I would recommend you do it. Wait, you guys can't hear it? Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Let's see here. I'm going to have to check this real quick because I might get some weird sound. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the audio is working. I keep forgetting you guys to say. Okay. All right. And I do apologize for that. I don't know. I don't know. My shit's acting all funky today, and I do apologize. I am so sorry. All right. So, anyways, as I was saying though, James Mackay's voiceover on episode 27 was amazing. No matter what anybody says, it was amazing. The person that I believe has the best delivery in Ka, emotion-wise, and just his vocabulary, the way he puts his words together, he's very well thought out, very articulate. So I would definitely say James Mackay, who is Awesome Fish 921, by the way. So you guys show him some love. Subscribe to him on YouTube. Follow him on Twitter. I can't remember his Twitter, but it's down in the video description. It's in there. I know it is because I put it in there. His Twitter is the real JM or the real J Mackay or McKay. Exactly. There's a lot more to a promo than just yelling and shouting. Anybody can cut a really good promo. I know a lot of people try to appeal to everybody by saying F the system, F this, and F that. But your delivery, the way that you carry yourself in your voiceover, that's what makes you and breaks you. And that's why I firmly believe that currently James Mackay, the best person cutting promos right now. And I plan on having him cut many, many more in the future. So for emotion, definitely, hands down, James Mackay. For I'll say it like this: Stone Cold type promo, I guess. I don't even know if it's really Stone Cold type. I'll give that one to Verdi. He seems to be really good at dropping the F bombs and the S bombs. So yeah, I'll give that one to him. I'd say one of the more underrated voiceover people, because a lot of people haven't heard him talk, unless you went to his comedy channel. But Alex J. Eric. I think he would do really good in voiceovers as well. I think he'd do really good in it. Um, you know, and hopefully you guys get to hear more from him. And Monroe too. I think Monroe would be one of those underrated type people because his character isn't meant to speak. His character is meant to go out there and hurt people. You know, that's what the Monroe character does. But I really do believe that Monroe could be real. I think he'd be really good with voiceovers. Those of you that don't know, Monroe's very articulate and he writes a lot of he writes a lot. So I think his translation from writing to speaking would be very well, and I think he'd have amazing delivery on it. So I think James Mackay might have some competition from Monroe, but right now I believe Mackay is probably the best person cutting promos right now. Let's see. Ricky versus Junior, future. Well, Monroe kind of talked about this on his Ask FM, and I kind of replied to it, but uh, Junior just kind of like Monroe said, you know, Ricky just puts it on infinite finishers and spams them. Junior kind of does the same thing, but thinks he's the referee, so it'd be like infinite finisher ref spam is kind of how I said it to Monroe earlier. So that would be, I guess that's what I would say, infinite finisher ref spam. Um, would you ever swing a koala around by its leg, running down a street, singing "Stayin' Alive"? You mean "Stay in the Light"? That's what that song's called. Are you talking about the ha 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 "Stay in the Light"? Stay. Yeah, if you're talking about that, that's what it's called. But would I run down the road, swinging a koala by its leg, running down the street, singing that song while flipping off a bus full of nuns? Unfortunately, no, because I know at that point I would go to hell. I would definitely go to hell. As Melinda standing here nodding her head in agreement, I would go to hell for doing that. Most of the sins I've it would be funny, yes, it would be very funny. Most of the sins I've committed in my life, you know, the 26 years I've been alive, most of those are forgivable, I think. I think they're all forgivable. But I don't know if I could run down the road swinging a koala, singing that song while flipping off a bus full of nuns. I don't think the great man above would forgive me for that one. So I'd have to say no. In theory, sure, but in reality, I couldn't do it. Plus, you never know. What if the koala's like 270 pounds? I'm not that big. So I don't know if I'd be able to, you know, drag him by his legs. All right, next question here. I'm still getting questions coming in. I do like that. I like getting questions. A lot of people say my voice is good, but yeah, my voice is all right. It's all right. My voice is all right. It's not the best. Um, will TPP have a newly designed logo in 2014 as well as other graphical elements? I'll say it like this. Um, I'm going to say this for the lack of we haven't been able to have this done for us before, but we have somebody working on a texture for us for the Frontline Arena. So I'm gonna redesign the Frontline Arena because it's something I really wanted to do, and I came into contact with somebody that can do it, that has access to do it. So we're gonna get the Frontline Arena redesigned. We are gonna have kind of a new logo, sort of. I mean, you might have seen it if you went on Community Creations like within the first a few days of the game being out, like on the Xbox. I had uploaded everything TPP related. We had the paint tools up there for Frontline. We had kind of the template arena up there, and it was like done. Like the template was done of, you know, the arena looks very similar to what it did in WWE 13 at the end there, the arena that Rel's made. I pushed myself because I'm not good with paint tools. But I really pushed myself this year to try to get better with paint tools. I managed to make Die Hard a paint tool, which I never thought I'd actually be able to do that, so I'm really proud of that. I made the Frontline Arena paint tools. I made the Livewire Arena paint tools. I remade Junior's paint tools from 13. I didn't make Jerry Graham's or Atlas's paint tools. Those were made by Jameson. And then Jameson also helped with another paint tool as well. And then I did make the Breakdown Arena paint tools, but we might switch those out because as much as I pushed myself with the paint tools, I still lack, you know, a certain skill set with it. I mean, I get basic shapes and letterings and things like that, but I just I don't know. Sometimes when I look at it, I'm just like, my eyes are bleeding. I can't do it. So, but yes, TPP is going to have many graphical elements and enhancements in January. You'll see a lot of them in January. We have a new name bar, which is very cool looking. Um, I think you guys are going to like it. I like it. I really, really like it. I purchased the license for it. It was only $5 to get the license for it, but it's a really nice one. I really like it. It's a very stylish kind of sleek design to it, and it's the look I wanted. I just have to find the right transition for it, and then, like I said, I think you guys will like it. So January will be the time when you'll find out for sure. Hopefully, you like everything that we're doing. I'm trying my best to keep you guys, um, you know, surprisingly nowhere. Just ran. Oh, yeah. The koala one that's great. Yeah, low voices don't really have a lot of ability to convey passion, and I know that was a couple the previous question, but yeah, I have a pretty low voice. It's very baritone and like raspy, and it's because I smoke, and so you hear that like raspiness. Like if you talk to me on like Xbox, you might not hear it as much, but if you get into like a one-on-one Skype call when it like does the HD audio thing and stuff, or if I'm using like a different headset, you can really hear it. I mean, this one kind of covers it a little bit, and I try to fix it when I do commentary, but it can't always get fixed. You can hear the raspiness sometimes, but can you twerk? No, I cannot twerk. And then, yeah, so I am not I'm not a twerk machine, unfortunately. Die Hard does not do the twerk. The only twerk that Die Hard does is when he throws his back out and he's laying in the middle of the ring screaming, "I need a doctor! I need a doctor!" It's something like that. Next question: any shining stars in the community? I think I think everybody's got the potential to be a shining star. Everybody has the attention to. Everybody has the. I'm looking at some of the other questions that are coming in. Some are pretty intense, but everybody has the ability to be a shining star. But of course, it comes down to the league you're in, the way you're being booked. So it's some of these questions are hard to answer without sounding like an asshole. And I try my best to always approach things um, from a neutral perspective, but it's hard to do that because I run TPP. But here's a good example. We could have like in TPP, like James Anderson. He could be a shining star. That young kid could be. He could do really good. He's really young too. He's like in real life. He's young. He's not even. I think he's 15 or 16 somewhere in there. He's young, but he could be a shining star within the community. People could really, really appreciate him. I just think that he just needs to find his niche, and he needs to focus on his niche. He needs to really establish his character as something, and a large portion of that is because he's not establishing himself. He kind of bounces around with things he'd want to do, and to have the flexibility to bounce around like that, you have to have something established because you need something to fall back on if things don't work out. Like here's a real life example. Okay, this is what happened with Die Hard. When I first started the power plant, he was a heel, right? He was a bad guy. He's the bad guy, right? He was a young bad guy, whatever. And then I tried to do like this face thing with him, and it just didn't work. Like I redid his entire move set. It just didn't work. And so I had to fall back on being a heel. I had to. And so I was a face in TPP for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. Maybe 3 or 4 months, probably less than that. But yeah, so Die Hard very seldomly was a face. He's a good heel character because he's the boss. That like Die Hard's character is he's got money. He's a boss. This is his backstory. He's been wrestling. He wrestled 18 years professionally. He retired after losing the TPP title. He's the boss. And so everybody wants to take shots at the boss. Who doesn't want to take shots at your boss, right? So that's why he's got to be a heel. Die Hard would not work as a face. It would never work. Would never get anything done. Ricky versus Junior, make it happen. It is not going to happen. Who in Ka, male or female, doesn't matter what league or fed, is treated poorly the most? Well, there's a long, there is a long list. Yes, there are a lot of guys in TPP called James. Do I know of any PS3 colleagues? Yes, MCW. As far as I know, that they're not currently taking apps or applications. I'll get to the Ask FM question here in a second, but MCW, and then there's FAM, and then I think that there's one more, but not 100% sure, so I don't want to say it because I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. But I do know of MCW. I mean, we're affiliated with MCW. I'm very close with Maverick and MCW, so I would say if they're accepting applications, check them out. They're heavily based simulation style play, so if you can't sim, then they won't want you unless you're willing to learn how to sim. They're not really in the competitive side of things. But anyways, back to the question. Who in Ka, male or female, doesn't matter what league or fed, is treated poorly the most? That's such a tough question. There's a lot of people, I believe, that get treated poorly. And again, that comes to being underrated and kind of looked over or not given the chance. Who's treated the most poorly? That is tough. That is a tough question. I think that I won't say treated the most poorly, but definitely not appreciated enough. And it could be so many different reasons for it. But I think that Fifth Animal, he's underrated. He's got the basics down of simulation. He just needs to get a little bit better of execution of it. And then I think that he could definitely do something. He's got amazing cause. Like the cause that he puts together, very unique, very, very unique. I would say Afro. He's underrated. Hollywood Ron is underrated. I know he kind of talks to some people, but he's definitely underrated. Rob Epic in RCW, he's underrated. I might get a little bit of slack for this one, and I know he's kind of probably still mad at me, but Creative Catalyst, TJ Mariota, his cause unique. He's got he's got an amazing moveset. His taunts kind of threw us off a little bit in his tryout match, but yeah. So I would say those guys. And that's just naming just a couple of guys. There's so many more that are underrated or not treated as good as they should be. But then again, there's a lot of people that I don't want to say it's like a pecking order, but some people are like, well, hey, you should be more respectful to people. I don't know. It's just some people, they do get treated very poorly, and hopefully that changes this year. Hopefully that all changes this coming year. Hopefully. I'm putting in the wishful thinking bag right now. So, but yeah, so that's my list of people I think that are underrated. I don't want to say treated poorly because it just depends. Treated poorly would definitely be the response I would go with. Yeah, I think there was a James gang. All right, next question here. Christopher Billings sounds awesome. Die Hard sounds a bit ridiculous, though. Hashtag top billings. And that comes from TPP's own James Mackay. Billings does sound pretty awesome, guys. I ain't going to lie. And ironically enough, he wasn't meant to stick around. Like when I first started doing commentary, I was just going to have somebody else do it, and he just kind of stuck around. And it's been, I don't know, like 4 years now. So, yeah. I like Billings. I like getting to do the good guy thing as Billings, and then I can be the bad guy as Die Hard. So it's fun. I enjoy it. And but yeah, so that was a good question, sort of, or statement, I guess. Not really a question, but a statement, because there was no question mark, just a period. But Christopher Billings sounds awesome. Die Hard sounds a bit ridiculous. Fair enough. All right, next question. Do you think there's ever been a cage fight with a white guy fighting a black guy? And when the white guy hits the black guy, he shouts hate crime and wins by DQ. Um, I think um, I, that would be hard to answer that one. I mean, I guess if a company let somebody throw it out like that and said hate crime and then wins by DQ, I think that'd be a really crappy end to a match or a cage fight. Just for the simple fact that, I mean, in this day and age, race should not be a problem. I mean, people are black, people are white, people are Asian, Mexican, Puerto Rican. You know, everybody is unique, and some people are mixed. So people are Haitians. I mean, there's so many different Australians. I don't know, but a majority of people are Caucasian. But I don't know. I think that would be a lame way for a match or a fight to end if somebody yelled out hate crime, because they got touched. I mean, that would be complete BS, and I would hope that that person got their ass whooped by their fellow black men. If he shouted out hate crime, I hope that when he goes to the back or whatever, I hope he got his ass whooped pretty bad if that happened. All right. Next question. How was your day? Pretty good. My day was pretty good. Who is rated? Rated is a simulation player. He's the current logo reads P2P to me. Does it really? Oh. Oh, if you've seen CCE HD, what do you think of it? Um, without there's no way I can say this without sounding like an asshole, so I'm just gonna say it. Um, we were getting ready to stream Endgames on October 26th, and I was informed that CCE was having their Ascension event that same night, the same night that Silvera came out on commentary. So I don't know if it was really a TPP agreement, but it was just me. Like, I went into the TPP chat on Skype and I was like, hey, look, we're gonna postpone Endgames and let CCE finish up their event. Because I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. So I even watched it. I watched the whole of it, or most of the. I didn't watch the very final like 3 minutes for the simple fact that I was preparing my stream. But I watched the show. I mean, it was all right. I mean, some of the matches need a little bit of work, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, they got a solid foundation. I felt a little stepped on when one of the TPP guys was like, "Oh, hey, after Ascension, watch Endgames," and they just kind of deleted the comment. So I don't know. I kind of felt a little stepped on from that one. But water under the bridge. Um, I don't know. I think that they could do good. Um, hopefully they keep to their guns. I know they're still putting out episodes and stuff. Or I know they recently put out an episode. So hopefully they keep on track. I think that they could do. I think they could do very well. They just gotta keep themselves motivated. That's always the hard part, guys. Keeping yourselves motivated. That's the hard part. Um, can you sign my baby? Um, is that supposed to be sing or sign? I'm not sure if it's sign or sing. If it's sing, I'm a horrible singer. You should hear me in the car, like and like when I sing to Melinda, it's bad. It's so bad, so bad. Um, well, okay, my correction, rated isn't a simulation player. I do apologize for that. I thought it was a different rated. I know another rated as well that it does simulation stuff. So I'm assuming the rated that asked that question wasn't a simulation rated. Um, but if you want me to sign your baby, that would be a little weird. Because you really want to have Die Hard signed on your child. Um, and then do you watch any other streams or leagues? Um, I watch a lot of them. I try to be supportive. Um, I mean, there's only so much I can do, so much I can support before somebody's feeling get hurt. But I try. I try to. I try to be as supportive as possible for other leagues. Um, I'll check them all out at least once. At least once. If they can grasp my attention further than that one show, then I'll keep watching. Um, but yeah, so I do watch. I check them out. I don't usually post comments on them because most people don't take my opinion for jack shit. So, but I do watch them. Why is Cinevis so smexy? Somebody's using my words. Smexy, huh? Why is Cinevis so smexy? I don't know. It's just the way he was born that way. He was born that way. Can you do face cam? I don't have my wife's webcam hooked up to my computer anymore. We used it like we did a couple of streams. I did my on my other channel. I did like the Die Hard dance thing with it, and like I don't know. She spent like I think like 60 or 70 bucks on it. It was supposed to be like this HD camera, and it doesn't like show it in HD. Like it's not clear. Like honestly, her little built-in crappy webcam on her laptop is better than like what that one was. So I guess that would be a no. Who would win between Junior and Ricky? Um, who would win? I don't know. I don't know. It's that's a tough one. I don't know. Because Monroe would say that Ricky would win, and I'd say that Junior would win. I don't know. It would just have to be a draw. That's what we'll say. Well, it'd be a draw. That's what we'll say. Uh, Billings face morphing is sexy. Love. I, honestly though, like Billings, like I don't know, like his face morphing is actually really basic. Like I mean, it's like I took a basic structure face and then I just morphed it a little bit. Like it doesn't have much morphing. I think what it is just the way that I did it. It makes him look like a real person. Like he's not big like a wrestler. It's just when he's sitting on the table and the camera pans, it makes him look a lot bigger than he is. Like I've put him up next to like Die Hard and stuff, and he's like a miniature freaking thing. He's puny. But I don't know, just the way the camera perceives him, I guess. The camera believes he's larger than life. I guess is how we're gonna say that. Does Ruby live in Michigan? She gonna rape you 'cause she a hoe? That was the next question. That's an inappropriate question to post on a stream, guys. Um, are you excited for Epitaph? I heard Christopher Billings was involved. Yeah, Billings asked for a couple of time off. Yeah, he asked for some time off so we could go do some recording for some movie. I was like, what about TPP Studios? What if I had a movie planned for him? No, he wants to do this Epitaph thing. It better be good. Because I'm paying him to be gone, so it better be good. But yeah, so out of character now. You guys definitely are gonna want to check that out. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Billings is involved in it. Don't want to tell you how, but he is involved in it, and I think you guys will enjoy the final product. So be on the lookout for that. It's a little ways off yet, but when it does come out, I'll be one of those people that lets you know. So hopefully it changes the way that people look at like kind of full feature films. So in the wrestling world, that is. Someone should have a finisher called the Funtabulous Flying Bacon Kick. Yes, that would be. I can hear it now. Oh my God, he hits him with the Funtabulous Flying Bacon Kick. I can hear that now as me saying that as Billings. I can definitely see myself doing that. That would be great. Have you ever heard of TDWF? It's like one guy working colleague, even though it's not a league. Well, if it's an offline league, then that's kind of understandable. However, if it's online, it's tough if you do it with just one person. But I would say I haven't heard of it, so I don't know. I mean, if you want to post a link into to it or something, go ahead. But I don't know. It depends. I mean, one person. I mean, I do all the editing for TPP currently, so I mean, it's possible for one person to do it all. Um, but the Fantabulous. Okay, well, still the way I said it was awesome. So Fantabulous was better. Sounded more risque. Why do you smell good? I don't know, because I put deodorant on. I don't know. That next question. Are you going to do a live stream where people face you? Probably not. Um, because I I'm not that like I usually get stuck facing like competitive people, and I'm not. I don't know. I suck at competitive. Like I used to be really good at that shit. Like really, really good at it. People used to not be able to fuck with me. They used to think I had a turbo controller that had like unblockable hacks and all kinds of crazy shit. And now people like wrestle circles around me. I have been out noobed by noobs. I don't know. I'm not good at doing it anymore. I've tried. I'm just not good at it. For me, I don't know. I see the right trigger button. I'm like, what does that button do again? And I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't know. I don't plan on doing a stream for WWE where I wrestle, against people. I mean, I might do it here and there. I mean, we did it on the stream at the end. I had a match with Monroe, and that was fun. Me and Monroe, actually, me and Monroe have not had that many matches like Die Hard and Monroe. We've had matches like Monroe and Junior. I think we did Monroe and Graham back in like when 2013 first came out, for the show. But we never really did many. I think I've only wrestled Monroe twice as Die Hard. So, you know, I don't know. It was fun though. It was fun, but I want to do it I feel comfortable playing with, and Monroe would be one of those people, or like the TPP guys. I feel comfortable playing with them too. And my close friends. But yeah. So I'll say it like that. I probably won't do a live stream where I face people, but if I do end up picking up like Ghost or something, I mean I was doing streaming doing that for a little bit and that was fun. So I guess yes and no, just not in WWE. I don't know. Cuz then people know how bad I suck at the game, so and they'll all laugh at me. Let's see. Just chat real quick. All right, let's see. Here we go. Why is Nick in TPP? He's a fag. I have no idea what you're talking about. We have one Nick in TPP, and he's definitely not a fag. I guess, yeah, he's not a fag. But based on the way that you're wording that, yeah, I'm assuming you're thinking you're somebody smart. But he ain't a fag. Regarding that last one on WWE 2K14, Arlen, I had no idea what that question refers to. You have to resubmit your question. Plan B. Junior and Ricky form a tag team and go adventuring through the division. That could work. That would definitely work. I'll have to discuss that with the powers that be. Junior and Ricky forming a tag team, and we'll call them the Tagaminators. The Tagaminators. Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not going to answer this next question because I'm deeming this one inappropriate. I would prefer if you don't refer to the TPP wrestlers as cunt bags. So he who posted that question, you are not getting a response. How have you been doing, Die Hard? And then the crazy face. This face haunts me in my dreams. I wake up and I see this face, and it scares me. I've been okay. Hi. Hello. Baby. Baby. All right. How many people on your friends list have you not had a match with? I'm going to assume that means ever. Probably, I don't know. I think I got like 90 some friends right now. I still move some, but there's probably a good portion of people I haven't had a match with. Probably like 40 of them. I'm very selective for some odd reason. I don't know why. The thing is, when you run a league, it's hard to when you run a league, it's hard to branch out because we used to do that all the time on 2010, 2011, and when we were doing the power plant on 2012, I was always going in these player matches trying to find new guys, And unfortunately, I found a lot of brick walls that just it was stupid. You know, it's like they constantly did run spam, and they were just something I wasn't looking for. Um, Dyer, say if you are just I'll answer that one in a second, Rusty. But as I was saying, like it's hard to go out there and consistently want to play player matches against people that you don't trust or that you don't know as well. Just for the simple fact that when you run a league, you just get tired of banging your head up against a wall because that's what it's like doing. It feels like you're banging your head up against a brick wall constantly. Um, it even happens when I put on 14. I've played like a grand total of I think maybe 8 or 9 matches online, and of those 8 or 9 matches, I think like 5 or 6 of them have been with people I trust. And I haven't done much else. Like I've been working on the arenas and paint tools and stuff, and just doing like the final touches on some of the wrestlers. So, um, yeah. So I guess that's that answer. And then so to get Rusty's question, say if you were just starting your own league, I hear you have to let players get used to the game. I don't understand it, especially if it's the same controls. Well, with every incarnation of the WWE game, something changes. Whether it's the way that they do things. Like this year, when you were picking somebody up off the ground, you used to be able to hold left trigger and right trigger, and it instantly put him into the front face lock. Now, if you're not standing close enough, it won't do the stun hold thing, like where he grabs them by the back of their head. It won't do that. And if you let go of them, it'll show your character start to kind of have the run animation. You have to like quick press them again to get it to lock it in. So it's just little subtle changes like that. Um, I would have, like, we would have made the transition instantaneous over to 14, but I wanted to allow everybody in TPP the chance to get their cause finished up. And plus we had sidetracking issues like the arena issues, um, and then we were doing we had the idea for the tryouts, and the tryouts completely like expanded way more than I thought they were going to. And and then we got that video coming out tomorrow regarding all that. So, yeah, I would say if you're just starting out a league, you gotta, especially depending on the style you play. Like there's a lot of variations and a lot of like I don't want to say sub-genres to simulation, but there's a lot of different play styles within simulation. There's like strong style, the showman, the pompous heel. So many the Barney badass. I mean, there's so many of them out there, and then people kind of you want to master what you're doing. Yeah, I don't want to say master, but you want to know what you're doing when you're doing it. So like a good example was when we did Die Hard versus Jerry Graham back in July. We knew that Die Hard being an old retired wrestler, so he was brawling a lot. And then we did the same thing with him and Gamer. So that's like Die Hard went from being this technical wrestler like a few years ago to now being like too lazy to do a suplex, so he's just gonna punch you or do strikes. You really want to. So like if you're starting your own league, you want to make sure that those that are involved, whether it's online or offline, you want to make sure that you have all your chickens in a row or all your ducks in a row. Otherwise, things will start going off track. Things will start clashing with each other. And then you'll put like two styles together that shouldn't be put together, and they won't know how to work it. So that would be my response to that. How many? Oh, I already answered that one. Okay. What's your favorite color? Yes or no question. Um, yes, my favorite color is green. Did I answer that right? I hope so, because my favorite color is green. But I do like the blue that we have for the for frontline. I do like that blue. So, but green is my actual favorite color. If Junior wanted to do Ka, how would you react? He already wants to do Ka. He already wants his own the PP is what he calls it when he refers to PPP. He says, "I'm gonna have my own the PP," and I'm like, ugh. I hope not. I mean, I guess technically he'd be a legit second generation car wrestler, but I hope that it doesn't come to that. Um, Hopefully it's just a phase. Hopefully he gets into like Call of Duty or something. Goes to like the MLG things. Makes like 5 grand for winning a tournament. That's beyond my imagination right there. But yeah, I don't know. He says he wants to. He says he's gonna have his own power plant. And he's gonna have Die Hard and and Melinda or his mom and him. And he says he's gonna have his own Billings. And I don't know. I don't know. He's a young boy, so it's good. Next question or statement, I should say. You are an inspiration. Thank you. I try to. Smiley face. We should have a match. Maybe. Next question. Can you hold my earrings, girl? I'm assuming that's a song. Um, I don't know. It depends on how big they are. All right. Next question. Ricky versus Junior on WWE 2K14, and I will get a special referee. Me and Monroe already said that probably won't happen. This is a good question. Next question. Can Junior sim? No. No. He gives a whole new definition to strong style. More like strike spam style. And then mash the hell out of Y. That's what he does. Why are you so cool, ho? I don't know. Some people think I'm cool. Um some people think I'm not cool. So I don't know. I guess it depends on your opinion on me. Um some people like me, some people don't. That's really the only way I can say that. Cinevis smells. Well, from what I understood, he was God's gift to mankind. So I don't. That's a that's like a double-edged sword. I can't answer that. I can't answer. And then this next one, I can't. This isn't even a word. I don't know what that is. I can't. Question marks. I can't answer it. Can I see a picture of your face right now? Didn't I already show a picture of my face? I could have sworn I did. Yeah, I already did. Yeah, I already did. I already know I did. How do you feel about competitive leagues? You know, it's I want to say that I don't know. I don't really know how to respond to that. Like, because the power plant used to be a competitive league, and then when 2011 came out, it switched, or like halfway through or something like that. We started kind of working matches more, and um, I don't know. Competitive leagues, they have their own place, um, but I don't know. It's just with competitive leagues, like I get it. Like the idea is you want to win, but then when you want to win, when that's your ultimate plan is to win, with no uh, preconceived notions of who's going to win or how it's supposed to progress, it opens it up for a lot of issues, a lot. And I say this because it used to happen all the time in 2010. People would get sour grapes. They'd blame it on lag. We've had people quit because they lost matches in the power plant. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm indifferent for competitive leagues. If they can do it and manage it the right way, that's a challenge all in itself. If you can do it and manage it the right way, then more power to you. But I gotta say, the simulation style for leagues is where it's at, because when you do the shows, you want it to represent what you're seeing on TV, or the closest replication you can get, because that's what we do. We try to get the closest replication to a TV product that we can get. That's why we do YouTube shows. But yeah, so how do I feel about competitive leagues? They have a place. I don't know. I haven't seen any really strong competitive leagues that have stuck it out, that were completely competitive. Nothing at all was pre-written or predetermined. I mean, because usually you got a storyline idea, but then it'll lose the competitive edge after a while. So once you start playing out storylines, you lose the competitive edge. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm indifferent when it comes to competitive leagues. All right, next question. or statement. I heard WWE were releasing a new DVD called The Rise and Fall of Owen Hart. I highly doubt that, seeing as though Hart Owen's um, wife, she wants like nothing to do with wrestling. Like she, they tributed WWF Attitude on like the PlayStation and the Nintendo 64, and I think the Dreamcast. I think it came out for the Dreamcast, not 100% sure. Um, but they attributed it to him when he died. Um, but yeah, I don't think I mean, the thing was, his rise and fall wasn't really. I mean, that's a pun that you're putting right there, and that's not cool, man. Because I was watching that on pay-per-view when it happened, so, and that wasn't a part of the show. That when I was a little kid then too when he died. Like I was like I think 10, 11, something like that. So maybe I was older. I don't know, but yeah, rise and fall. That was a good attempt at a pun, but that's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. That's the black heart right there. The black heart. Um. Why is Junior so baller or ballin'? Um, Junior is beast. He just is. It's just the way it is. He is a beast. He's a baller, shot caller. You know, 20-inch. I don't remember how. Baller, shot caller. Am I saying it? I don't know. I don't know. I might be saying it wrong, but he's just Junior has it. You know. Hopefully he grows up to be like me though, tall and skinny, and not like his uncle, short and chunky. Kenna has a hug. Sometimes. Today's a Wednesday. I don't really hug on Wednesdays. Next question. Is Arlen a sexy beast? Maybe. Maybe not. I'll never know. Charmander, I choose you. I do not smell I shower. All right. Questions. Hi, Boo. How are you? I am good. To, I don't know. I was going to try to come up with a rhyme, but I couldn't come up with anything. So, I'm good, and so are you. There we go. Meow, mew, mew. Wop, 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 wop. Wop, 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 wop. If anybody can name that down in the chat, I will be very happy. That song. Let's see. I'm going to see if somebody names it. I know you guys are on a little bit of a delay, so. One or two. I have no idea. One or two. One or two. I have no idea what that's referring to. One or two. I have no idea what that's referring to. That was a rhyme in itself. I'm watching you. Dot, 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 dot. Good. I'm glad that you're watching me. Is you are the me be, we are the use me the are. Are you the main event man named Die Hard? Yes, I am. I am the main event man named Die Hard. I know not the song. What the come on now. Come on now. You gotta know that. You guys got. Are we ever have a Skype call? I need to talk to. As I said on Skype, I'm not much of the Skype voice chatter person. I much rather text. It's easier for me. Just easier. iPhone or Android? I have an Android Samsung Galaxy S1, like the first gen ones. And so like I got an old Android like when they first started making them. And yeah. So I got an old Android, but this Android is, I don't know, it's cool, I guess. I mean, it's got some downfalls. It freezes a lot. It's very old, but it's an alright phone. It gets the job done. So I definitely rocking the Android. I'm an Android kind of guy. I'm all about the Google products. So yeah, I'm a Google kind of guy. See, people say they're a Heyman kind of guy. I'm a Google kind of guy. How big? I am hoping that's not a sexual term. Um, why do you get you got to ask like a more direct question? I can't respond to that. Plus, that would be inappropriate for YouTube. I don't want my content to get age restricted again. Can I make out with you? Unfortunately, no. Me and Melinda do that. So, what does a say? Well, it says ding 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 ding. It says various things. Will we ever know? Ancient mystery, hiding in the woods. Unblock me, please. The spooky ghost YouTube. Oh, you're you're blocked on YouTube. Um, this stream is long. This is a bit, not this is the longest podcasting though. We've had long ones before. Um, this is get lengthier ones. So I gotta see if I can't unblock this guy. I'll unblock Arlen because he can't post in here. And for those of you, he was trolling on one of my videos. I comment myself. Nice unblock. No. Okay. He should be posting now. V or D? I'm assuming that's Vag or D. I'm definitely a Vag kind of guy. But yeah, definitely the V. Or if you put them together, that's, venereal disease, vaginal discharge. That was actually the name of my very first band, VD, which meant voided deity. So, yeah, I had to think about that for a second. I love you. I love you too. I love everybody. I love everyone equally. I try not to hate. Hate is a strong word, but I try to give everybody a fair chance. Are the me Cinevis, the smell shot me, poop love me, you are the beast, me the dog, G dog, homie. You know, I would have responded to this, but then you said G dog, and it made me think of SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 on the PS2. And that guy, I hated that guy. He was always trying to tell me that he was gonna shut down my clan at the time. I was like, dude, whatever. I was like, you can't even beat me. How you gonna beat everybody else? So, do you think there should be a car that uses William Regal's old "Real Man's Man" theme? For those of you that don't know, there's a bell, or not a bell, but a horn, like a working horn, and then it goes, "He's a man," and so the "Real Man's Man" is what it was. That's actually a really good jam. I think that was probably my favorite gifts for Regal, to be honest. Listen yourself some Rush. I would. I definitely would if I wasn't afraid to get copyright strike. I already got one copyright strike before on May, but and that was on one of my other streams. I was singing, or no, it wasn't on the day. I think it was one on the later one, but somebody flagged it down. I had one of my streams get shut down. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't have any more questions. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm gonna eat me some food, and yeah. And I do apologize I do apologize for the crazy crap that was happening with Twitch. If you were on the Twitch stream, I do apologize. This will be instantly ready on YouTube. We may just start doing it on YouTube from now on. It'll just be easier because then I can just pre-schedule it, and then you guys will know to be on it. And if you subscribe on YouTube, then it'll show up in your thing. When you go to your YouTube, it'll show up. Oh, before I go though, I do want to touch on this whole Google Plus stuff because a lot of people are going spastastic over it, thinking their channels are gone. Your channel isn't gone, sort of. When you connect with the Google Plus account, it just asks you to create an additional Google Plus page. So what you do is you just use your same username that you had for your YouTube username. And what it'll do is when you go to it, when you click on your email address that you use to log in, it'll show up. It'll say like your normal default email address, and then it'll say like the new name you chose for Google Plus. Just click on the Google Plus one, and it'll take all your channel stats, like everything from your channel, subscribers, views, videos, everything. It'll put it all in that same place. Because unfortunately, this Google Plus integration is not going to go away. And as I can see, most of you are already connected with your Google Plus accounts, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to comment, as far as I know. I don't know if I answered your question. There's been questions that came in through the chat box saying that I don't know. I get a lot of them on delay, so I do apologize for that. I get people can create what they want, but when it comes to people fighting in matches with Iron Man or any superhero, how do you feel about that? That'll be my last question of the night. Or, well, let's see. I'll see what. It's tough to answer that question, because at the same time I want to say people shouldn't do that. It is their right to do that, especially if they purchase the game themselves. They're allowed to create whoever they want. They're allowed to play as whoever they want. Now, would I personally let somebody come in that wanted to be Iron Man into TPP? No. I would tell them, unfortunately, we're looking for something a little bit more realistic. Now, if we did like a Halloween dress-up thing, which would have been a really good idea if they wanted to dress up like, Iron Man or Batman or something, that would have been cool. Like, that'd be cool. It just shows an additional creative side of that person. But only if they can have an established character outside of that. That's one of the most important parts. Establishing yourself. You don't want to establish yourself as Iron Man. Yeah, great. Tony Stark's great, but Iron Man, come on now. Just a guy that wears a suit. Just a guy that wears a suit. If anything, you want to be like Batman, the Dark Knight. Dun dun dun. Gotham's dark hero. I'm just saying. But yeah, so I guess that would be my response to that. Try to have an open mind. But if you don't want that type of person on your show, you just tell them, hey, that's not really something I'm looking for on my show currently. We're looking more for realistic type appeal, and that would pretty much I'd handle it for you. But all right, guys. So it's almost been 2 hours, and I didn't plan on having a 2-hour stream, but we did have about 15, 20 minutes of delays due to Twitch being stupid tonight. So thank you very much for joining us, and make sure to tune in next week. Hopefully starting next week, we'll start having some more guests come back on with me. I just wanted to do kind of a one-on-one podcast with you guys tonight. That's why I called it Pins and Needles, because it's been kind of like walking on pins and needles this past, week. There's been a lot of stuff going on within the community, a lot of, I hate to say this, but betrayals, stupid, tedious things. So hopefully we can all move beyond that and just focus on doing our things, doing whatever we do, whatever it is people do. I'm done with the situation. I'm sure a lot of the people are done with the situation. It was pointless for it to be drug out the way it was. So, again, thank you for joining. And, if you want, leave a like, leave a subscribe. I always appreciate those. And then if you want, you can follow me on Twitter at the1DH. And come January, like I said, you guys just be ready, because it's going to reshape everything. Everything that anybody knows about TPP is pretty much going to be reshaped. And not in a bad way either. It's going to be a great reshaping. I mean, we're still going to maintain a lot of our storylines, but you're going to see some faces that you never saw, and faces that you may have seen before and you thought would never return. So I will say it like that. So see you guys later. Have a good night. And I am out of here as soon as I figure out how to turn off YouTube stream. Okay, there it is. All right, guys. Have a